Happy New Day. Happy New Day. Happy New Day. It is a wonderful space to be in on this amazing day. I greet you with love, peace, joy, happiness, and bliss. I am Oracle, Mother Yanis Lamel, Nutri-Prime Supreme, 1216 of the Messiah Code Movement. And I greet you with that in knowing that everything is. Everything is. Greet you in knowing that everything is. Today is the most amazing day, especially when you know that you wake up with gratitude and that you know that gratitude is prayer and love is the answer. So, just setting up one of my other phones for the YouTube. And knowing that So let's go. It is a wonderful day. I am love. I give love. I receive love. I accept love. I am walking in abundance. I am fulfilling my purpose. I am connected to all. Unconditional love is my guide. There is one truth, one law. I create. I am a divine being having a divine human experience here in the heart on planet Earth. I am whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Every day is a great opportunity. It's the most amazing opportunity to wake up and give thanks and to always acknowledge those that are assisting us in the non-physical. The ancestors of the higher realm, Mother, Father, Prime Creator, archangels, guardian angels, those that are assisting us now, the 24 elders that are assisting us right now, Metron of the 24 elders assisting us now, the Orishas. We are full of gratitude in this sacred space that we're in, that we're an open channel for source to flow through. We are yielded. We allow the spirit to flow through us, and we are full of gratitude. We honor the breath. Guardian angels, we honor the breath. The animal totems, we honor. The star beings that are assisting us now. In this sacred space, all that is. We allow a welcome. I am love. So yeah, it's a great day. Just yield it to the Most High with lots of love and gratitude that everything is. So we're going to do the breath, and we're going to breathe in through our nose for 4, hold it for 4, and release it for 4. And we're going to do that 4 times. And then we're going to come back. Let's begin. Breathe in. Hold it. Release it. Again. One more time. We're clearing, balancing, aligning our day. We're breathing in love and balance. And we're knowing that everything is working out, has worked out for our highest good. And we align ourselves with that today because we start our day off with gratitude and knowing that all is. Happy New Day. Hey, baby boy. Happy New Day. It is, I am Oracle Mother Yanis. For you that are connecting with me for the first time, I am Oracle. And it is a wonderful space to be in. It is a space of joy, and it is a space of peace, and it is a space of gratitude. To wake up with knowing that you have the opportunity to create your reality. You have this amazing space to know that everything works out for your highest good, and knowing that everything has already worked out for your highest good. And you are grateful and thankful. Today we will be sharing about your purpose, moving in your purpose, walking in your purpose, walking in your purpose. That's what we're talking about, or sharing about. Walking in your purpose, really. You know, quite oftentimes you see everybody else doing things, right? You see people working in the store. You see people working in the hospital and the nursing home. So you see many people go to school and learn how to do certain trades, get a degree because they feel that is their purpose. And so, but there are often some time in life that many don't have the opportunity to go to school. But does it mean that you're not walking in your purpose? You're actually walking in your purpose because you already know your purpose. It's walking in your purpose. It's you desiring. And as you desiring to do those things, there could be, for example, it could be someone that desires to own a shoe store or a collector of shoes, and one day they want to own a shoe store. But they spend a lot of time collecting the shoes, but they don't spend the time of the necessary time of researching the building of what is required to obtain. I've collected all these shoes, and I have all these shoes stored somewhere in my garage or something, but I haven't made the move to obtain a place to where I can begin to actually, I have that vision, but I haven't made the next move to be able to, start that, me actually walking in my purpose. But as you are really beginning to understand that, as I'm hearing, the Most High has given us everything we need to create our reality. Another, Yahuwah has given us everything we need to create our reality because we are co-creators. When we talk about being co-creator, is that everything that's in us is the Most High. Everything is energy. Energy is currency. Currency is energy. And so the Most High lives within you. So all that is, that you exist, that's all inside of you. God dwells within the temple. Where's the temple? The temple is within you. The kingdom of heaven is within you. And so what are you waiting on? What are you holding? What are you waiting on? What's holding you back? Many, like, I need the money, and you're looking at money, and that's an excuse. That's an excuse. I can say that for myself. That's an excuse. When you go out and you in alignment with the universe, and the universe aligns those that have the same desire and vision that you have to have that experience in alignment for you. It's just that you getting up to move. Because if you don't move, it ain't going to happen. I'm just going to keep it real. If you don't move, it's not going to happen. You may have an experience right now just a temporary fix, but is it really your purpose of your desire of the things that you want to experience in this reality? So it may be right now that you're comfortable and that you're making a lot of what considered as a lot of money right now to satisfy, the needs that you have. But is it really your purpose? Is it really something that you really love to do? Is it what you really love to do? Are you just in a, like, this pays my bills, this pays this takes care of this? But what about your purpose? What is your purpose? What is your purpose in life? What do you really want to do in life? What are you waiting on? Because the time is now. This is the time. This is your season. This is your season. And everything is in alignment for you to get up and move into your purpose. And it's like, the only one that holds you back from your purpose is you. The only one that's keeping you from moving to your next level is you. Nobody else. Because if you don't get up and move, you're not going to do it. If you don't get up and walk through the door, you're not going to go through the door. It would be the same way. If I don't get up and go and take my walk, then it ain't going to happen. I can talk about the walk all day. I can say, oh, I'm going to go for a walk. But unless I decide to put these feet on the floor and get up and walk and go out that door, then go and do my walk, it ain't going to happen. It's the same way if I can say I'm going to the gym. If I don't decide to get up and actually get in the car, drive to the gym, go through the doors, go in the room, change my clothes, get myself prepared to work out, then it ain't going to happen. So everything you need in life, God, the Most High, has already given you to do it. But don't spend your time focused on everybody else. Don't spend your time thinking about there are a lot of shoe stores. And you say, oh, there's a lot of shoe stores. There are stores that already have the rare shoes and things. Don't spend that time focusing on that. But spend your time on creating your reality. Get up and move. Get up and do the necessary research. Get up and do the necessary thing that it is needed for you to really move into what it is you come here to do. There are a lot of books, authors and stuff out there that write books because you actually the author of your own story. But guess what? If you don't pick up the pen and the paper and begin to write it, then you just the author that's just thinking. But an author that is, and I'm hearing Maya Angelou, my child, get up and move. My child, get up and move. Get up and move. Everything has been made available for you to do what it is that you desire to do in your experience. Nothing holds you back but you. You are already famous. You are already wealthy. You are already abundantly blessed. But it's you that's got to know that when you allow yourself to be held down and obtain or have your mind zone into the currency of the land and not the currency of the energy of source energy of knowing that everything is already yours. You are a abundantly blissful being, and understanding that when you get up and move, everything aligns with you. Your thoughts have to align with your abundance. Your thoughts have to be in alignment. And, your mind is not against you. And this is something that, we have to understand. Me, myself, I was meditating and understanding that there are a lot of your mind. And we talk about the universe is mental, the all is mind, which means the universe is mental. It's made up of all thoughts. And so the mind, understand that the mind is not against you. Your mind is like a garden. And in the garden, there's all kinds of seeds that are planted in the garden, which means the seeds are thoughts. And that your mind is actually your friend, because your mind is only bringing up thoughts that it thought that you want to think about. It only brought up what it thought that you want to meditate on. But you have the power to switch that. You have the power to click that off and switch that thought and click onto something else. But your mind is not against you. Your mind is not against you. Your mind is actually your friend, because your mind is your creator. Your creator creating your reality. Thoughts become things and things become a reality. Thoughts become things and things become a reality. So your mind is not the enemy. It is what you're choosing to do with that. And whatever you decide to think and focus on. When we talk about focus, where attention goes, energy flows. It's really up to you. You have the power. You have the power to move. You have the power to rise up. You have the strength to do whatever you want to do in your life, but it's all up to you. It's up to you. It's okay. The just man's fallen 7 times, but he rises up. Oh, it didn't work out. But guess what? You didn't stay there. What you understood is that it didn't work out that way. It didn't say that you didn't accomplish something. You figured out, hey, okay, this didn't work that way. You figured out that you could try it another way. And so the gift that you have, the gift that the Most High have given you, is for you to get up and move and use what the energy is. The source energy is you. Source energy is having the experience, but it's having the experience when you move. When you don't move, when you just sit there like a lump on the log, source is not having the experience. So you are here to have a human experience. By having the human experience, of course you are here to experience things. Of course you are here to try different things. That's how the Most High get the experience. That's how source is having the experience through you. But as long as you sit there and murmur and complain, well, I'm not going to do that. Or I already tried that, it didn't work. But as long as you are moving, as long as you up moving, as long as you are up moving, those things can come into your reality. But as long as you sit back there and murmur and complain, those things come into your reality. Those low energies come into your reality as well. But remember that you are the creator of your reality. And just being the creator of your reality, you have that ability to create whatever you want to create. Oh, I love that. I love that. I love that. Everything has always worked out for you. There's nothing holding you back. Why sit there? You have these hands. These hands were given to you to do what you desire to do with them. What are you waiting on? And that's, what are you waiting on? It would be like, oh, one day I want to feed people, but you never get up and move. You never go to the store and buy some things that, to feed the people, or put it in the bag and, and just go out there and allow yourself to have that experience. But if you don't get up and move, then it ain't going to happen. A millionaire, let's talk about the millionaire. The millionaires, how do the millionaires do? They move all the time. They're working, they're giving back because they understand universal laws. And that is where many times many of us just sit there. But we have to understand how the universal law works for us. We are the universal law, the micro and the macro. We are the universal law. But we have to do our part. And source is saying, like, I'm doing my part. Okay, what's your part? What's your end? I'm on this end. What's your end? Because we make the whole. But you got to get up and move. I've given you everything that you need to have this experience. I've given you that. So let's get up and move. There's a verse in there. I don't actually know the verse where it says, the lepers say, why sit here till we die? Why sit here and murmur and complain about what everybody else is doing, but you're not doing? You're not going, say you're not going to the gym, but you talk about everybody else. And you see everybody healthy. You see everybody working out, but you sitting over there. His muscles is too doggone big. And she too doggone big. But you haven't gotten up to move. You are not focusing on those things in you, the ability to create your own reality. You haven't got up and moved. Why sit here until you leave out of here when you have that ability and power to change the whole reality? And I love that. I like this. I am unshakable. I am unbreakable, and I am unstoppable. You are unshakable. You are unbreakable, and you unstoppable. But the thing is that you got to get up and move. You got to get up and move. You got to create the reality. And when you create the reality, you got to move with the energy. But as long as you sit there and don't get up and move, then you are not moving with the energy. I am unshakable. unbreakable, unstoppable. I am unshakable, unbreakable, and unstoppable. There's nothing in your reality that you can't experience. There's nothing that you can't do. There's nothing that you can't have. There's nowhere you can't go. You have to create the reality. I love that. I love that. Oh, I love that. There was something I wanted to read earlier. I see you, Dee Dee. The designer. You are the master builder. Oh, I love that. You are the master builder. So it means you are the architect, which means you are the creator. So your vision and your dream. So we're shifting into this new cycle. And so as you are creating, have created your reality, it's time to get up and move. It's time for you to move in your purpose. What is your purpose? When we talk about your purpose, because your purpose, you are purpose with a purpose to do a purpose. So what's your purpose? So what are you waiting on? What's your excuse? What's your excuse now? Because the kingdom of heaven is within you. So, you know, that's where it talked about in there, what's coming to me talking about Peter, Cephas, where it says, he asked him, say, do you love me? And he said, you know that, yeah. He said, feed my lamb. And he said, Peter, do you love me? He asked him, he says, yeah, you know I love you. He said, well, feed my sheep. Then he asked him again. He says, Peter, do you love me? Then he says, Master, you already know the answer to that. You already know whether I love you or not. He said, well, feed my lamb. So in other words, what are you here to do? What's holding you back? Don't allow the illusional things to have your attention. Because remember, where attention goes, energy flows. Don't let distractions distract you off your path. Don't get sidetracked. Remain focused in what you're here to do. Do those things that make you comfortable, those things that you love to do. Don't allow those things that influence many others to get you sidetracked. Remain focused. Walk in your purpose. Walk in your purpose. And God said, let there be light, and there was light. So you are the light of the world. So the light that's shining through you connects to other light. Oh, I love that. And God, the Most High, saw the light, that it was good, and the Most High divided the light from the darkness. You are the light. I love that. 1:5. And the Most High called the light day, and the darkness he called night, and the evening and the morning was the first day. Oh, I love this. So Source designed you before you even went into the cube, because if we would talk about the cube, we know that the cube is actually a cross that's folded up. And so when you unfold the cube, it makes the cross. So before you went into the cube, or before you went into the matrix, so we know what the matrix is, a womb. So Source designed you before you went in there. So you were designed before you went in there, before the fall of man. Man didn't enter into the cube till after the fall of man. Oh, I love this. You are the master builder. You are the designer. You are creator of your reality. But as creator of your reality, knowing what you are, knowing who you are, knowing your capabilities, knowing thyself, knowing the ability that you have to create your reality, knowing the ability to be the master or the architect of everything in your life, in your reality. What's your purpose? Why you here? Oh, I love that. Romans 12:2. Be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Just know that your mind is like a garden. It's not, your mind is not here to work against you. Your mind is only responding to your frequency or to your vibration. It's only bringing up those things that it thinks that you want to pay attention to. It's just like a recorder. It's like when your mind, you focusing on, so it brings, in other words, when you're thinking, when a thought floats through your head, so what your mind does, it's like a computer. It taps in there to bring up other things related to that. So it figures that you want to run that script over and over and over. Guess what? You have the ability to erase that or delete that. Or tell your mind that we don't want to roll with that today. You know, you have that ability. Genesis 1:1. In the beginning, it says that God created the heaven and the earth. But what I'm sharing with you is that don't allow your purpose not to be fulfilled. You know, and that where a lot of people have allowed their experience or their purpose to be like voided, because they sat there and they complained about why they didn't do it, or a story coming. And the story that's coming is the man that lay by the pool of Bethesda. And when the angelic being came down to trouble the water, it said whomever would jump in the water first would be healed. But every time the angelic being would come down, it says his excuse was that someone jumped in before him. So that was his excuse. The reality of it is that he could get closer. He could have gotten closer and closer and closer, even though every time someone came, the angelic being came down and troubled the water, you know, and if he just got a little closer, you know, if you get just a little closer to your vision, if you just get a little closer to your dream, if you just get a little closer to your purpose, you know, if you just keep working. Because see, if you work while it's day, night comes, no man can work. If you just get a little closer, if you just get a little closer and write it, if you just get a little closer, putting it on paper, if you just get a little closer, starting your LLC or your nonprofit, if you just get a little closer, figuring out, you know, doing your little research, if you just get a little closer, that's walking in your purpose. If you just get a little closer, because every time this would happen, if he would just scoot a little closer to that pool, if he just get a little closer, then at the moment that the angelic being come down and trouble the water, he can just roll right over in there, and his purpose would have been fulfilled. But if you just work, get a work toward a little more, whatever it's whatever is needed, just a little closer. You know, you just get up and do something just a little closer, and you ain't got to let nobody know what you're doing, but just get a little closer. Don't give up. Just get a little closer. Just keep going. Just keep moving. You know, I might not be in the place where I want to be right now. I might not be on the job that I want to be on, but guess what? I'm going to work and figure out what I need to do to get on the job that I want to be on. I'm going to work and figure out what it is that it takes for me to have my own business. My own business of being it could be a person that desiring to have their own shop to do hair or to do nails. I'm going to work. I'm going to go to school to figure out what I need to do in order to obtain the necessary license and things to have that business. I'm going to work at it. You know, I'm going to work at it. To be a millionaire, I'm going to work at it. I'm going to figure out what I got to do. I'm going to hang around those that are already a millionaire. I'm going to study. I'm going to listen. I'm going to read some of their books to figure out what it is that it took for them to obtain that. See, I'm going to move toward that. I'm going to get a little bit closer to the pool. I'm going to get a little bit closer to whatever it takes to get there. See, I'm going to move. I'm going to work with the energy. I'm going to get a little closer. See, I'm not going to murmur and complain. I'm going to keep my eyes on the prize. I'm not going to look at what everybody else doing. But I'm going to keep my eyes on the prize because I'm going to get up and do something. See, I'm going to walk by faith and not by sight. I'm going to keep moving. I'm not going to let go. I'm not going to murmur and complain. I'm not going to sit there. I'm going to get up and move. Oh, I'm going to work. I'm going to move. I'm going to move. I'm going to move. I'm going to make something happen. I'm going to move while it's day. I'm going to move. I'm not going to let go. I'm going to keep moving. I'm going to do the necessary thing it takes for me to arrive into the place of the desire that I want to experience within this reality. I love that. Hey, I love that. So okay. In this place where we are, I love that. That it says 1 Corinthians 2:6, for who had known the mind of the Messiah, that he may instruct him? But we have the mind of the Messiah. You know, it says in there, I put Messiah because it says Christ. We have the mind of Christ. We have the mind of the Messiah. You know, it talks about Christ consciousness. And, you know, but we have the mind of Yeshua. We have the mind of the Messiah. What is a Messiah? Messiah is a leader, a savior of a particular group of the cause, and one that is in preparation for war. But where is the war? The war is in the mind. But when you are as a master, the ascendant master knows that the mind works for it, that it masters its own mind, that you are here to manipulate your own energy, that you already know that you are creator of your own reality, that you know that your thoughts are creating that you know thoughts become things and things become a reality. You already know that. But you understand that in order for things to manifest in your reality, you got to create them. You must know who you are. I love that. I am all love, and all love is within me. You know, we don't chase things, we create. In other words, we don't chase money, we create it. Money is attracted to you because money is all currency. The only way to win down here, you must become the master of your reality. And if you don't master your reality down here, it says you're going to come back. In other words, master in knowing thyself, knowing your purpose, knowing why you're here. Focus. Being focused on your purpose, being focused, you know. Being focused. You know, if we would talk about the matrix, and understanding the matrix, the blue pill and the red pill, if we would bring that in about the matrix, because one pill made you forget. One pill had you where you was just like zoned out. And then we have the purple pill, which we understand that you put the red and the blue together, you got the purple pill, which represents we would say it would be the sacrifice. So your purpose. The blue pill is forgetfulness. Not forgetting once, but building yourself around forgetfulness, forgetting forever. That's what the blue pill was about. And then it's a system installed the moment truth confronts you and you choose silence over activation. That's the blue pill. Like you forget what you're here for. That's what the system did. The system put all these things, attracted things before you and made you desire to do all those things and forgot about your purpose. That's what the system did. That's what the illusional world is doing. Made these things look pleasurable for you. Then you put you on a job that looks like it make a whole lot of money. And then, but you were not fulfilling your purpose. It was just a pleasure of something that met the needs of the things that you that the system had you take part in, provided money to pay the water, the light, the phone, the gas, the car payment, and all those things are things that the system designed that had you programmed that you had to pay when you are really source energy, and that all those things are your inheritance of that. The water is yours, the earth, all that light, energy is all yours. But the system programmed you into putting you in a job that you could pay all those in that program, that you had to be, that you needed to pay all those things. That's the system. That is called like have you working like you a slave or slave. Yeah, slave. Working like a slave. While you're doing that, what's your purpose? And you were a part of that system, working in that system because you forgot who you were and you forgot who you are. And so you've been working in that system for umpteen years. And it says you work there until you retire. And then you retire. Then the system decides to give you a retirement check. And the retirement check they give you, still you ain't focusing on your purpose because you don't work all them years and you haven't attached your purpose. You so busy working like the robot. Remember, Sonny said, I may look like them, but I'm not them. Sonny said, my master made me a different. I look like them. In other words, Sonny said, I got a purpose. But the system so had you taking the blue pill that you forgot your purpose. Now you're here, you're awakened, you answered the call, you picked up the phone 1111. Coach put you in the game now. Now it's time for you to walk your purpose. Number 2, forgetfulness. Forgetfulness is chosen. Remember, you got free will. You're choosing whether you're going to get up and move. Not always consciously, but always functionally. The blue pill gives you a version of reality you can manage. One that doesn't require transformation, just repetition. So that's what the blue pill, it's like it made you think things were real, So the blue pill and the red pill, so it's like I have forgotten. Then it made me think that this reality is real, but it's not real. And that's what many of us have been, because we've forgotten who we are. We've forgotten our purpose. We forgot our desire, that what we're here to have, this human experience. We forgot that because we on the outside, not on the inside. And when you're on the outside, looking on the outside, and that looking for God in all those places, when God and you inside, when you are God creator, is it not written in the law where it says that ye are God? But we're looking for God in all the wrong places. We have not gone within. We have not focused on ourselves. We have not focused on our purpose. We're focusing out there. And source is connecting to us. Source and us are co-creators of our experience. The system rewards forgetfulness. It gives you comfort, community, and protection, but only if you refuse to awaken. That's what the system, oh no, baby, don't read them books. You know how the Most High allows, books and things and messages and things, your ancestors leaving all kind of signs for you to wake up. No, baby, don't you go over there. No, don't go to that place. System. But only if you refuse to awaken. It'll reward you. It'll keep rewarding you. It'll reward you with a house. It'll reward you with a car. It'll reward you with the best car. The best job. If you refuse to awaken to who you are, to know who you are. Your sovereignty. It will reward you as long as you stay asleep. That refusal is the contract. That contract becomes the program. That's why we have all these instruments that label us with all these different labels that and all, your name is in all these caps, But when you were in school, you never was taught to capitalize every letter in your name. You were never taught that. You were only taught to capitalize the first letter of your first name. Then the beginning of your last name was capital, but everything else was lowercase. But the system, every instrument that you have, that birth certificate, that death certificate, and all the other certificates. I'm just naming some of the documents look what said doc. Even the word document. When you at the port and you went into the hospital, your mom, into the hospital, she docked there, and then she birth, and you dock right there. Your mom didn't know that she was signing you over. I'm just talking. I'm just keeping it real. Your purpose. It's time to get back to your purpose. Time to wake up. The blue pill is delivered through rituals. A truth is shown about your name, your bloodline, your purpose. If you reject it, the ritual begins. You are offered narrative, religion, symbols to replace the code. The religion, everything but you. Everything but you. You don't know yourself. You just going through the rituals, and that you go to all these different places. Of course, you got free will. You go in there. You praying to God out there, and sources. God is in you, the Most High in you. You seeking this higher power out there, and it's already in you. These offerings become amulets, not for power, but for protection. From memory, they act as a spiritual blocker, a cross, a kufi, a crystal, a quote. Each one is a shield to silence other downloads. But the power, the wisdom, the blueprint, the manuscript is all in you. I'm just keeping it real. Everything is in you for your purpose. So let's rise up in our purpose. Let's walk our purpose. Let's fulfill our purpose. We've been like moving through this reality, this time and space, just been floating. And it's been like everything has been presented to you to keep you from knowing who you are and fulfilling your purpose. And many of the distractions is all those things that the instrument and things that have been given to you for the distractions. You know that, right? Of course you do. All the distraction. The TV is a distraction. If it's not plugged in for the right purpose, I'm just billboards a distraction. Everything is designed for your attention, because where attention goes, energy flows. Everything is designed to get your attention, because you are a creator, and whatever you focus on, it creates. So oh wow. You are a leader. We are a leader. You're a leader. But as long as the system keep offering you those things to get you to see yourself outside of a leader or a savior, a creator, it rewards you with everything else. But once you wake up, it starts trying to take back all the rewards, because you're speaking, you're waking, you're creating a whole new reality. You done shifted time because you know who you are. The scales are no longer on your eyes. You sharing, you're talking, you on Facebook, You on the YouTube. You on Messiah Code. You on what's the other one? YouTube, Facebook, Messiah Code. All three of them. You everywhere. TikTok. You're talking about source energy. Yeah. They take those rewards back. The reward back so it can get you to be quiet. But you're a creator. You understand that you're the master. And that God has not given you a spirit of fear, but of power and love and of a sound mind. Just keeping it real with you. That's what we're going to read before we get off. If you know thyself, know yourself, you will believe. I can't even read my own writing. You would not believe what everybody else says. You would know yourself and you would understand who you are. And that the Most High dwells within you. That's it. You are chosen. Not from the world. In it. But you're not from it. You know. Anyway, that's where we are, your purpose. Walking in your purpose, fulfilling your purpose. It's something that you desire to do. The distractions, I'm telling you, the distraction, they're coming up more, y'all. The distraction. When you say, I'm getting ready, I set this time up right here to focus on, creating my, my LLC, and you set this time up. Don't you know that every distraction, everybody comes from here? I need you to do this. I need you to go here. I need you to do that. So knowing that as a creator of your reality, ground yourself, feel your purpose, walk your purpose, because you are your purpose. And if you don't get up and move, nobody else is. If you don't create that, if you don't fulfill it, nobody else can do it. That's what you come here to experience, to have the most amazing experience, lovable experience that you come here to experience. Because God is all love. Source is all love. I am all love. That's what it is. So I think that's where we are with that. I felt that, I'm happy that everyone that's on here, I haven't even said that. If the podcast is really connected with you, share the podcast. I don't think I've said that with people. So I actually want to read out of here, because this is day number 3. And this is the introduction, magic, and divination. I want to read out of here because this is day number 3. Ishtar. It's vibration. And this is the 3rd pillar. And so nothing rests. Look at that. Nothing rests. Everything moves. Everything vibrates. Everything, starting from the largest of matter down to the tiniest of particles, are at different degrees of vibration, movement. Every atom, molecule are vibrating at a certain motion, speed, and frequency. The combination of this energy determines the physical, substantial form of manifestation. Even something that seems to be still, for an example, a wheel, is actually a state of motion. Its electrons are still moving around, and there is even space between them. Nothing is at rest. Movement. Arrangement is movement. You're not even sitting still. You're moving. I'm moving. We're moving. So that's it. So I love to say that's it. So we're moving in a most amazing space. It is what you activate inside you that brings out. I like that. So that's what we are. Have an amazing day on that. I am Oracle, but I do have some news to share before I actually get off here. You know that you are amazing. Each and every last one of us are amazing beings. We are here by choice, and we are divine light, divine love, divine source energy. That's what we are, and we are here, on purpose, and here to create our reality. I have experienced our heaven on earth, and those things that we desire to experience are those greater things, other than this illusional world that have you, programmed with the blue pill, that to forget why you here. You came through the portal. That was why you forgot who you were, because you agreed with that before you came here. But that's been served. That's 26,000 years. That's already been served. It's okay to wake up now. It's okay to wake up. You answered the call 1111. You picked up the phone. You connected with the operator. You connected with the operator. So it's 747, 24/7, 361 degrees. You are operating from the dot. Just know that you're the dot that's in the center. And everything starts from the dot. Everything starts from the dot. It means, in other words, we were taught in school 360 degrees. They left at the dot, left you. You put the pen on the paper, it's the dot. You have to be included. So that's what I'm saying. So thank you, all of you, for connecting with me. I have some wonderful news to share with you. In that, we had Karen's Kitchen on day number 1, which was Sunday. And I just want to share some good news that on the next meeting, and it will be, the next meeting will be, we go back to Karen's Kitchen was so successful, beautiful, and so many people we served, 200 plus, that received bliss, love from every last one of us. So the next meeting for, which will be Rosa's Backpack on Wheel, which will be January the 25th. So January the 25th at between 1 and starting at 1 to 4 p.m. on the corner of Reagan Avenue and West Sugar Creek here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Rosa's Backpack on Wheels, nonprofit 501c3 as well, will be feeding. And I had to go ahead and move on it because I got so many people calling me. And yesterday I had a meeting. So Rosa's Backpack on Wheel, and not by herself, not because that's my other nonprofit, and that is also named after my mom. So January the 25th starting at 1 to 4 at on the corner of Reagan Avenue and West Sugar Creek here in Charlotte, North Carolina. And we already have sponsors, I'm telling you. Of course, the daycare, Culture Giving Development Center, Ebony Wine and Spirits. Not only that, 7-Eleven is sponsoring some things for us. Jersey Mike. It's in all who you know. Jersey Mike is a sponsor. Of course, Grits of Charlotte and the Shrimp Shack. So, and I got this yesterday. And so, as many parents are calling me, talking to me that their business where they work at wants to sponsor something for the event. So I'm grateful that we have it already, the date already set. So it's January the 25th in Tuwalu, of course, because that's the other nonprofit that I'm a part of, Tuwalu. So the sponsors are Culture Giving Development Center, Ebony Wine and Spirits, Tuwalu, 7-Eleven, Jersey Mike, Grits of Charlotte, and Shrimp Shack. And if you want to be a sponsor also, or even take part in the feeding for January the 25th, you can, my number is 704-804-6412. I'm actually working on a flyer right now. My daughter's working on a flyer so that we can go ahead and get it posted and already get it out. But it's just like, it was like handed in my lap. And so many calls came yesterday, and I have a lot of emails. So they asked me, can we help? And a couple churches have reached out to me again as well. So I couldn't say no. It's something that I desire to do. It's my purpose. So that's my mom. Was my mom's purpose. She fed everybody in the neighborhood, and I couldn't say no. And I felt like I wanted to do this. So yes. Happy New Day. That's the car back and back. That's the car you got out of? Oh, okay. All right. And so I just wanted to let you know that things are rolling. We had Karen's Kitchen last Sunday, and now my nonprofit, Rose's Backpack on Wheels, will be feeding January the 25th at 1 to 4 here in Charlotte, North Carolina, on the corner of Reagan Avenue and West Sugar Creek. And I'm just grateful for the sponsors who are really connecting. Jersey Mike reached out to me, and then 7-Eleven, I'm like, wow. And I'm just grateful that we are able to connect with love and give to people, and that people can receive from our heart, and that be a part of the change. We're a part of the change. So, Thawalu, our nonprofit, 501c3, we did Karen's Kitchen, and that was last Sunday, and it turned out to be wonderful. It was Unity and Fellowship and Love Day, Unity and Love Day. So now it was 12/21. Now we got January 25, and I'm excited about that. And it is open for all. It is open for all. I think what I actually want to do is that when I was driving in today, I was like, man, it would be nice on that day to have all the people that are sponsoring have their shirt on, have their shirt to their organization name shirt on, showing that, I'm like, yeah, that would be so beautiful. It's like a rainbow, or it's like a tree, the tree, and then all the different organizations is like a branch on the tree, and then the foundation part. And I was like, wow, that's so beautiful. I had a vision of that while I'm driving. I was thinking about it. So if you actually want to be a part of that, you can just reach out to me, email me at yahnise@hotmail.com, yahnise@hotmail.com. Or you can reach me at my phone number, 704-804-6412. And I'm excited about that. I already have a team already working. And my grands, they already doing some things already. And I'm just grateful that the connection and your purpose of what you're doing. When you move, the energy moves with you. When you sit down, when people connect with you and you sit down on it, you got to move while the energy is moving. You can't sit and wait. You have to move. And as we just read about vibration, movement. And so that you can receive, the bliss, that the people can receive the bliss, a blessing, or the bliss, the love from your heart. That's the energy. I am all love. But when you're just sitting there like, man, I would like to do that. If you understood that how I started out just fixing, me and little Gwen, we started fixing bags here, sandwiches, and I said fruit and other snacks and things we put in the bag. And me and Gwen, we just pulled up. The first time I did it was like, by myself. The first time I did it, I was like, I'm like, okay, is anybody going to come? Before I really could stop my car, the people just started coming out, and we just giving. And then me and my grands, we just kept going. And then it was just me and Gwen. We just kept going, and Gwen giving hugs, and Gwen doesn't mean a stranger. I kind of have to like put her to my side, but now I'm known up there, and I'm grateful that we have developed have a relationship with the community up there. There's, like as I shared before, there's buildings up there. I desire to have a building, that one of those buildings that where we could feed, offer other services to them. I reached out to one person I shared before, and now I have to step a little bit higher into something else and ask someone else about another part. Either if he could just let me lease it. He doesn't want people hanging around. If he would just let me deal with that other part, just lease the building to me, and from there. And that's what I want to do. I want to keep giving, and I know that's my purpose. And I'm here serving. Service is what the universe loves, being of service. And you give, you get, receive back. And I already have the Child Development Center and many other things that we're a part of. And but I just wanted to give you an update on that, let you know where we are. Keep January 25th on your calendar, and connect with us, and look forward to all of you that desire to be here. And I'm grateful. And that is it. Oracle, Mother Yanis Lamel. Have an amazing day. As your day continue to rise, so do mine. We're going to keep flying higher and higher. We're going to focus, because we are here with our purpose, fulfilling our purpose, walking our purpose. Today is the best day of your life. I give love. I receive love. I accept it. I am walking in abundance. I am fulfilling my purpose. I am connected to all. Unconditional love is my guide. There's one truth, one law. I create. I am a divine being having a divine human experience here in the heart on planet Earth. I'm whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy, healthy, and terrific. Until we connect again. Shalom. Enjoy the rest of your day, because it's amazing. Peace, love, and light.